Okay, so this is part two now. Okay, so yeah, my sister told her rings and then they was good for jumping because like I told you, he was talking to other people, and one of the other people that he was talking to actually called the phone, and she was talking to me because her mother and cousins or whatever had came to jump her. This was literally like before um the incident with the scratching of the car and all of that stuff, because she was so, I don't know what it was. She did not want him to mess with nobody else, but you had a whole, like, I didn't get that part. I still didn't. But anyways, yeah, because they had already said that, she was good for trying to jump somebody. So, like I said, my sister told her to take them rings off, and then she straight told him, hey, anybody jump in, it's a problem because everybody else here, it's gonna be a problem. She was like, it's gonna be a fair one up. That's it. So, it's like at first, like she talked all that big but then came there and was acting like she did not want to get out the car, like she did not want to fight. No, no, you gonna because you done violated my mother house for one. Like so, she was acting like she didn't want it. So I just started stalking. That I started beating her ass. So I started fighting her, and the mother, get her, like all this stuff. But the girl, she could not do nothing. She didn't do anything. She didn't do nothing at all. She didn't do nothing to me. Like, I did not feel like nothing land. I think she probably did hit me, but I really didn't feel anything because I was on her, literally on her. So we was fighting for a cool minute. For a cool minute, then her mother tried to run after the knife. So once I see, because my sister was like, "Oh no, that," because everybody was about to fight. The mother tried to run after me with. I'm like, "Oh, ain't nobody got to do spray." I start running. The mother did kind of, graze my little arm. You can't even see, it was just like a little scratch. But I sprayed bitches, and then I went up to the car and started spraying, like literally. And then before she could, because she was trying to get in the car, I started fighting her again. And something said, because I always wanted to do this because she talked all that shit, trying to call me fat, you short, fat, your home health aid, but far from ugly because I sure look better than her then, and I still do now. That's the thing. Only thing is she has some clear. Her skin was clear, it was flawless. It's flawless. She has clear ass skin, dark skin. Like that's it. Clear ass skin. I didn't have clear ass skin like that, but she did. Anyways, but that Muslim cap, I wanted to see what the fuck that head looked like under there. Yes, I did. I wanted to see what that head looked like under there. So I'm fighting her, and I just shit off her. I wanted to see that head. I wanted to. And it was bald head. Yes, she was bald headed, just like I thought. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see. Now y'all got to think about it. I was young back then. I was young and dumb. But yes, I shouldn't have ripped that off her head. I shouldn't have did that. But I did it. I did it. The old me did it. But anyways, yeah. So like I told you, we still tussling. I just really wanted to see that, but I was still fighting her. And this dude that knew my father that lived down the street. Matter of fact, my father was not there. He pulled up like when the fight was like over. Like the fight was over. So the dude that knew my father that lived down the street, like grabbed, like he just did pick me up in like a full Nelson and carried me like across the street. That gave her and the mama enough time to run and get in the car. So when they got in the car, like she didn't even pull off yet. She was scared or whatever. She didn't even
She
pull
couldn't
off yet.
see
I was
because of that pepper
mad.
spray.
I was so mad. I just went over there, like I broke free from him, and I just started kicking the car. When I say I start kicking it, I started kicking the car. I was kicking that, like when I finished, because I went around that, kicked the whole car all the way around. I kicked that mother in because you should not have came to my mother house. You should not have violated. You shouldn't even have been bothering me. It's not like I went after your dude while you were messing with him to get with him. Y'all were not even together. You were not in a relationship with him. You were having a divorce. You were actively divorcing. You were waiting for the finalization papers. He signed the papers and you signed the papers. He signed before he even came home from jail. Y'all was just waiting for it to get finalized. So you doing all of that, you started with me for no freaking reason. None at all. Like none. So I kicked that whole, so she really wasn't trading. And after that, even if she was to get an insurance, she wasn't, because she sure didn't. She still had that car for years, kicked in and all. So Yeah. After that, I was on the phone with his mother because they calling his mother calling me like, what's happening? I told her everything that happened because, matter of fact, I told the mother before we even started fighting that they came to my house. They came down there like, who, like, why did this girl even have the address? Like, what did you even come here for? Like, why did you even start with me? Like, that's what I never got. Like, I still right now to this day don't even understand why she started with me. She started with me for no freaking reason. Like, you were not with him. You were just hating. You was just jealous. That's what that was. That's all that was. Period. And you know it. You still know it. So I was on the phone with the mother and all that. They left. Somebody called the police. Tried to call the police, but ain't nothing happened. Ain't nobody pressing no charges or nothing like that. So it is what it is. But she went back to work and went and before my sister, because my sister had the next day off or whatever, but she went back to work and lied on my sister and everything. Like, these people fired my sister. Yeah, these people ended up firing my sister after that because she went there and made up a whole lie saying that we came to her house and we did all of this. No. And why didn't that cousin of hers lose her job? Because first of all, that's a HIPAA violation to be giving away somebody first of all, to steal somebody's personal information and give that to somebody. Like, that should have went to jail. Like, dead ass. Like, you knew what the fuck you did. Like, you knew you went to that job. You knew you went there and lied to these people, and you knew you had your get my mother address off of my sister file, and you know you was fined for that. That ass. It was wrong. That ass. You had no business doing it. And then my sister pregnant, and you going in there lying and saying that I was the one who was starting with you when you harassed me from day one. You harassed me from day one. I never picked up the phone and called you. Not once. Never picked up the phone and play on your phone. That's something I don't do. Never did, and still right now to this day don't do it. Didn't do it then when I was young, and I don't do that shit. Everybody always played on my phone. I don't do stuff like that. Like, that's where, like, certain draw the line at. Like, you don't do nothing like that. You don't get somebody's personal information and go to their house like that. Like, no, that was borderline stalking. That's what it was. You was borderline stalked because you literally stalked to find an address. So that's why I did what I did. I didn't care about none of that. That's why I wanted to embarrass her ass. I wanted to embarrass her, and that's what I did. I wanted to embarrass her because you had no business doing everything that you was doing, harassing me. Like, when I say went on for like a couple months before the fight, like, all of that went on for a couple months before the fight. Cause, like, why were you harassing me? Like, why? And so after that, like, the situation happened. Like, my sister ended up losing her job shortly after that because of her, but she got to keep her job. Nothing happened to her. She didn't get suspended. She didn't do none of that. Like, all of that for no reason. No reason. Like, he bothered my sister. You did all of that for no reason. So she got so upset she didn't even let his kids go see him, and all they told him he wasn't gonna be in his kids' life. All of that, all because of that. And when I say that, she kind of, like, literally, it was like shit that was still going on throughout the years. And I wasn't even, I had even stopped messing with him. Because after a while, I was like, I don't, listen, he was in jail. He was writing me. And I was visiting him. But after a while, I just stopped. Like, when he went up north, I just stopped. I didn't want to have nothing else to do with him. Like, his clothes and all of that stuff was in the apartment because I still had the apartment upstairs from his mother house. But after a while, like, I didn't I moved out of there too. I moved out of there because I did not want to stay there. Like, I just literally I broke my lease and everything, and I broke my lease and I moved because, for one, I did not want to stay there, for one, because I told you the mother was playing both sides and all of that stuff. So I broke my lease and I moved, and I actually just went and stayed with my mother and them until I got another place. Dead ass. Because around this time, what was this? About 2006. I think it was about 2006, seven, around it. Yeah.
It was
So I had
2005.
wound up getting, I actually moved upstairs from my mother. My grandmother had moved out, and I moved upstairs eventually. But I just did not want to stay up there because it was like, no, for like, I didn't want nothing to do with those people. Nothing. Nothing. Now, so well, the day I moved, my cousins, my cousins was helping me move my stuff, right? But the day I moved, I was like, his clothes not going with me. My cousin was like, you want me to take him downstairs? I was like, you can just put them shits in the hallway. I didn't give a fuck. I said no. My cousin threw them shits down the stairs. He threw them down the back stairs. Oh my god! I don't even know why I let him put his clothes. His mother was like, "Could he?" Like when I moved in, she was like, "Could we put his clothes upstairs?" I don't even know why I let that even go down because for one, he was in jail. Who knew what when he was gonna get out? How long the violation was gonna be? Anyways, or if I was gonna still even be talking to him. Like I told you, we were not together. Like that's the thing. So I threw the shit down. My cousin threw the shit down the stairs, but he still was writing me and everything while he was in jail and stuff. You know, I would write him periodically. Periodically, I would write him, but then I just like kind of just like cut off contact. But this was crazy. Okay, no, okay, so I didn't just like cut off all the way contact. So when, cause Shorty was in jail at this time too. So what's crazy was when I like all of that shit that was happening. This all happened before the story times that I had told about where Shorty climbing through the window and all. Like I had dealt with him like before those story times had happened because he was in jail at the time when I messed with John. So when Shorty got out of jail, this nigga still was writing me. He still was writing me. He was heated. He was heated. Like, oh, you wasn't even talking to me. You wasn't even coming to visit me and stuff, but you was talking to this dude. You was going to see this dude. I said, well, I didn't go up north to see him. I did not go up north to see him. I seen him right downtown in the Justice Center, right downtown. I did not go up north to see him. When he went up north, he went up north. Okay, buddy? I did not go up north to see him. But yo, he was mad. He was mad. But so like I said, I kind of lost contact with him for like a couple years, but the last time he had wrote me was, actually when Shorty had got out of jail. He had wrote me and he got the letter out the mailbox and he was heated. Like I said, he was heated about that. But then fast forward, it's crazy, right? So I hadn't seen him for years, but I did see some newspaper and on the news about somebody that because they had said something had happened to somebody, whatever. It was some stuff that had went down. I can't even really get into the details because then you would know, people would know who I'm talking about. So he went back to jail for, right. So now he went back to jail for it, and then my sister baby father was in jail at this time. Now my sister had opened up the bakery that I was working at, right? So I was working at the bakery with her, and when the news came, because she had a news segment, and the guy came and sampled, the cheesecakes and stuff like that, and he asked for our names. But the thing is, I just didn't give my last name that I have. That's Shorty's last name. I gave my maiden last name because they put it in the paper. So I'm like, let's just put that because people even with my Facebook name, I just have my maiden name on there. I don't people the only people that know what my last name is like work and my family. My family know, but mainly it's like work and stuff. So I have my maiden name in a newspaper. Now, my sister, baby father in jail, they know each other and stuff. They know each other even before that because, from jail or whatever. So when it come up in the paper, they see my name in there. Next thing I know, a letter addressed to me with my maiden name comes to the bakery. It said my maiden name in Treat or Treats Bakery. This dude done sent a letter to the bakery. I ain't talked to this fool in years. I have not talked to him in years. I threw that letter away though, because he actually sent multiple. But I have not talked to him in years for him to send me a letter talking about come see me. I need a woman like you in my life. And he put some song at the top of the letter with songs and all this other stuff. Because my sister, she called me like, there's a letter here from you. It was before I even came to work. Like, there is a letter here from you from jail. I'm like, who the writing me from jail. I was lost. Like I said, I was lost because I'm like, why is a why is a letter coming here for me? Yo, so I get there. My sister like, can I open the letter? I'm like, open the letter. So she read the letter. Yo, and his brother passed away like probably about six months or so before that. It's like his brother had passed away like 6 months or so before that. And so he had pictures of his brother in the thing. He had wrote song lyrics on top of the letters. That's a question I always want to know. Why do you men in jail always want to send a woman a letter with some song lyrics? If that ain't the finessing, yo, y'all be really trying to finesse somebody with some song lyrics, show for real. So, um, he's saying all of this stuff, telling me to go, yo, and this kind of it irritated me. He telling me talking about some my his because his brother, like I told you, his brother passed away. His brother did used to get money and stuff like that. But so he like, yo, he left some money in my mother's basement. My mother is sick right now. I want you to go up there and sit and talk to her, and I'm gonna tell you where the money is so you can get the money, and I'm gonna let you keep. I'm gonna let you keep almost all of it. Just make sure you look out for me and keep money on my books because I don't know how long I'm gonna be in here. The people they didn't have no evidence of this case or whatever, and the DA lied on me. But this is stuff he's saying. But if you telling me to go up there and sit and talk to your mother, and because she's sick and all this stuff, your mother did not like me after that. Your mother did not like me after that because for one, I told you I would talk to him periodically throughout the years, and one time he asked me to call his mother and say something, tell her something, relay a message or whatever, and she like, what? Who? You threw his clothes down the back stairs and I don't call. Bitch, you ain't gotta worry about me calling you. And I told him, I said, well, you better figure it out because you better ask somebody else to call your mama because I ain't calling her. So, he telling me to go do this, go sit up there with her. She's getting sick and she's gonna be moving soon. So I need you to go up there, and I know where he only told me, he only trusted me to know where the money is. First of all, he left kids out here, so why go up there and sit and do all of this to go and get some money? No. I never responded to the letter for one. Never responded to the letter. Then he wrote another one. And then what's crazy is he started calling the bakery collect. He started calling the bakery collect. Then this is like 2 years ago. Now, at this time, I was talking to somebody else. So yeah, I was talking to somebody. I was in a relationship with somebody at this time. This was like 2 years ago, and he actually was in jail. So I had let him know, and I what's crazy is I let the person, my nail tech, I let her know too. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker just start sending me letters out the blue and all this other stuff. And then when I'm telling her about him and stuff, because I never told him who he was, I'm telling her about him and everything. And she was like, I just gotta ask you. She was like, I just gotta ask you. She was like, because I know who this is. She was like, I know who this is. When she said the name, I'm like, yes, bitch. She was like, girl, he sent me a letter too. She like, he sent me a letter too. I'm like, yo, this fool. I was like, yo, did it have the song lyrics? Yo, he was saying the same fucking shit. Trying to tell me, but I don't think he didn't tell her about the money though. But he told me to go up there and sit with his mother to go get some money. That's just not. I don't do shit like that. I really don't. But like I said, he started calling the bakery collect, and my sister has fucking accepted call and told him like she had a whole conversation with him on the she done accepted the damn call and done talk to him. And he like, oh, I just want to talk to her. I miss her and all this. She was like, well, she has a boyfriend, I don't think that she's gonna talk to you. Like she literally told him like, I don't think she's gonna talk to you because she has a boyfriend. She's like, no, what I mean. But this nigga still was calling. There was still collect calls, missed calls from the Justice Center downtown. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. And then like, okay, because I do Uber and stuff too, right? So this was like some probably about, I say about 6, 7 months after that. It was probably like, it was, matter of fact, it might have been a year after that. A year after that, I was doing Uber and I picked this lady up across the, like, that lived across the street from where the mother was. Yo, that house burnt down, like literally burnt down to the ground, and it had literally caught on fire. Like they was putting that fire out for like hours. So when I came to get her, it had just calmed down. Like they just like opened up the street, like the people had to be evacuated and stuff that was living next to. When I say the house burnt down to the ground, it burnt down to the ground. So I wonder, moved in there because the mother had moved out by then. So I wonder if mom went in there and found the money that was in there and did an insurance claim, because that's probably what they did. Because he said it was some money, but that's just not me. I didn't want that kind of karma that was attached to that. I did not go up in there. I wasn't about to sit up here and pretend I like somebody for some money. That's like me going to sleep with a nigga for some money that I don't like. Don't do it. Never. Yeah, because I just didn't do stuff like that. That's just not in me to, because all money ain't good money. I'm not about to pretend and do any of that stuff. That shit was crazy. But that junk was still crazy how that house burnt down like that. All the way to the ground. Burnt all the way to the ground. Like, for real. I just still can't believe, like, why was he. And I blame my sister baby father, because why the hell did he even tell him, like, yeah, my baby mama, she opened a bakery, yeah, her sister there with her, like, showed him, like, oh yeah, she in the paper and all that, because he put that in the letter, like, yeah, I'm in here with, can't say his name, but I'm in here with him. He the one who told me about the article, the paper, about your bakery, like your sister bakery, like that's what he told her on the phone too. But he said that in the letter too, like that's how he lost contact with me, because he started asking him about me, like, oh, how's she doing and all this other stuff. Why are you worried about me? That was how many years ago? It was almost, it was that shit happened. I told you, it was like 2005. That was like almost, literally, it was close to, it was almost 20 years, damn near 15, 18, 17 years or some shit like that. Like all of them years. Like, why? I still don't get it. Like, why were you looking for me? I wasn't looking for you. For real, I don't get it. But that junk was crazy though. For real, junk was crazy. That whole situation, even with him. And then the ex-wife, she ended up marrying the other dude and everything. Like, I just still don't get that point, that why she did all of that, and you literally still had a dude and you married him. Like, it didn't make no sense to me. It really didn't. But yes, that is it for this story time. But that was a crazy one. I do got some more. I got some more. I'm getting them together. But thank you. I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to build my subscribers up. I'm trying to build this channel up. So I'm just telling my story. This is therapeutic for me to, get all of this out, because I got a lot of stories. And I've grown. I'm not the same person. The stuff don't bother me or nothing no more. So I have grown. But I can laugh at all of this stuff now. And I love it. I love it. So, yes, please subscribe. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe. See you next time.